Hey everybody, another Ironclad run today. Again, he's my favorite. I absolutely love this guy. Um, so much fun. I see Arcane Scroll. I'm like, all right, cool. This can kind of direct the way I build. I haven't done a Juggernaut build in a really long time, so it was like, cool. All right, I think we're going block. Um, really looking forward to it. Just marking out the path. I like looking for elites that are paired with fires. A fire before them is way better. Fire after them isn't like terrible. Another thing I look for is the elites that are after the treasure chest, because the treasure chest offers a power boost. After the first 3 combats, you're gonna like floor combats. You're going to start finding hard fights. So you get 3 easy fights, and then you get into the hard pool fights. And the hard pool fights sometimes can be as hard as elites. You'll lose as much life on them as you will with elites, but the elites never scale. So if you're getting to really late into the act and you're feeling, you've had a chance to scale up, you picked up powerful cards, you picked up some good stuff. I pick up the battle trance here. Early battle trance is pretty much always good. It's just going to draw you into things you need. But anyways, going back, so yeah, I look for the elites paired with fires. I look for elites that are past the treasure chest. Yeah, here we're just getting into it. Pretty easy fight. Trying to minimize losing HP. I skip none of that. None of that's going towards helping my Juggernaut, and it's just a really strong card. And if you're not filling the deck with chaff, it can really lead you to good places. So there, I just figured maximize damage, do the 17, also maximizing damage on this turn. And then we're just able to kill here. So again, Juggernaut hasn't even really come into effect yet, but still, I'm looking for cards that are going to lend towards that. Taunt is a fantastic one. Strictly speaking, a lot of the time it can be better than Bash, and uppercut. Though it doesn't say block with the weekend on it, it is essentially a block card. So on this elite, you always want to cast your non-attacks first that you're going to cast for the turn, and then when you do use your attacks, you want to do them from smallest damage scaling up to the highest damage. So I get vulnerable off on him, and then yeah, I use the defend. The defend does a little bit of damage because of Juggernaut, and then we're just getting damage into him. Here I wanted to block and weaken, minimize the amount of damage I'm taking, maximize damage I'm dealing to him. Again, I want to minimize the damage I'm taking. Normally in this fight it's just a straight race, but because I've got Juggernaut, it's every block spell that I cast, every black card that I play. A, it's reducing incoming damage, B, it's doing damage, and C, it's increasing the damage that my attacks will do. So I'm seeing them as a good thing. But yeah, we get out of here. We did lose a lot of HP, but it's okay. Reward it with a pyre, and I'm going to immediately upgrade that pyre so that now when I get it off, pays for itself on the next turn. So it pays for itself in 1 turn, and then it goes into effect the following turn to give you net during the fight positive energy. Whereas with its base form, it takes 2 turns to refund the energy that you've spent to cast it, and then the 3rd turn you finally get 1 more energy, which is a 50% return on investment. So yeah, so it literally doubles the value of the card. That hard pool combat was actually made pretty easy by the cards that I've got now. This is a great pickup. That does damage with Juggernaut as well. So, and gives me a little consequential block when I'm casting 3 spells. If you've seen my other videos, you know I absolutely love Stampede. I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for the card. There's something about it. I don't know if it's because there's a bunch of green chocobos on it. I don't know if it's because I just the free cast is, I think, is like so powerful. It's energy generation all the way down. You know, if I only cast 2 attacks, it now effectively gives me it'll give me a trigger on my fan. So all of those things, right? It's just all the way down good in my opinion. Yep, tripling block here, minimizing damage. Also did a little bit of extra damage. It's really nice that I got the bash off there because that did damage as well. Definitely did the 9 so that I could do 18 there. Having the extra infections in my deck sucks, but you know, it is what it is. That gets him down. Now I can just start pinging with Juggernaut and these strikes. Full blocking the infections there, which is great. Now killing that parasite reduces, so that blocks for 7, right? So we definitely kill that, and then I'm thinking here what I want to do. I'm going to, again, I'm full blocking. Might as well kill the one for the next turn because we're shuffling. We don't know what we're drawing because we could have had just a really bad draw. But the draw was okay. Yep, and then we get Juggernaut trigger off of the fan, and we get our pretty clean fight there. Pretty clean. We did not take too much damage. Second win is an awesome pickup here. I'm super happy to see it. I can now get rid of curses out of my deck. I can get rid of any cards that get thrown in there, any other effects. So yeah, pretty happy to see it. It helps get rid of the spoils map out of my hand. It's a great card, and it's fantastic with Juggernaut because it triggers every time you exhaust a card, and it triggers the block. That's an individual trigger, so I'm pretty happy with that. Chip in a bottle's nice pickup here. Going into Phantom, I get the Sword Boomerang because it helps clear as much of its slick as possible. I think it's slick. I don't know. That doesn't matter. Yeah, I use the ship in the bottle here. It's going to get good value no matter what. It's going to help me cleanses his buff. That's reducing my damage down to 1 as well. Yeah, here's where getting that spoils map out of my deck came in really handy with the second win, and then I reduced the amount of damage I'm going to take because it's 4 attacks before it's 4 turns. So it's not like a weak potion that's only 3. It's 4 turns, so I know I'm going to get pretty dang good value. I'm going to get full 3 turns out of him no matter what, and I'm hoping to kill him before his next really big attack. So now we can see here again, second wind coming in handy, getting wounds out of my deck so that I'm not redrawing them later. I don't know, I just, let's see. Yeah, still doing good. Uppercut stacks with the Beetlejuice potion, which is great. So, but yeah, so now we're hoping we down him here, and we do. We kill him pretty well. I see another Juggernaut, and I'm thinking, oh man, I upgrade this one too. We're gonna be absolutely cranking damage every time we block. So I was pretty happy about that. Pale's Legion was definitely a good pickup here as well. The block is very consequential. This is kind of a great first half of the act. We get 1 early elite. It's paired with a fire. That's great. But on the back end, after I'm turning in the map, I'm really sad to see that the shop isn't paired with any fires. And it also forces me to avoid elites, which I'm pretty bummed about. I feel pretty powerful. I feel I could be taking extra elites. But so yeah, that's just what I'm contemplating here. yeah, I'm like debating. I'm like, do I need to take that shop? Is this shop a necessity? I'm gonna get a shop before, maybe I can just take one later. But I figure, you know what? That shop will give me we'll head that, we're headed that way anyways, but I figure that shop will give me a relic no matter what, and it'll give me an option of 3, and whereas the elite will only give me 1. We're full blocking here right off the bat. I take the time to set up so that I can maximize damage on him. Again, I'm doing 14 every time I block, which is fantastic, because I'm being, getting in the damage while also not taking it. Again, getting that map out of my hand. I think that's 3rd or 4th time I've been able to exhaust the map. This time, it's not that I was going to redraw it, but so I snap picked this because I was like, oh man, there's some rare cards here that would be so great, so many great block cards, and then I get into it and I'm like, oh man, this stuff it's not actually that great. It's got some weekend, which is nice, and then I realize, oh man, Crash Landing with Second Wind, that's a whole ass combo if it's lined up right. I'm contemplating beating the shape, which is definitely the wrong move. I'm thinking about it. Sword is nice, it has retain, but you'll definitely see that I say yes to the debris in my deck for sure. This is not going to be a very clean fight. This is going to be a really unfortunate fight, actually. I should have... Yeah, I do. Okay, so I just Second Wind, blow them up. A little more damage to him. But yeah, this is a... I think this turns into a pretty sad fight where I just start taking extra damage that I definitely did not need to. I should have blocked for more there. I didn't need the 14. That was nice, but spreading the damage out a little bit more actually would have been better. But yeah, I took a little unnecessary damage there. Stone Armor's great. Triggers at the back end of my back end of the turn, triggering Juggernaut. That ultimate strike is great. It adds an ultimate strike, also gets 2 regular strikes out. Okay, now that card, brilliant, absolutely fantastic pickup. I'm so happy there. I am like, okay, we're just gonna start picking up some more block. We're gonna get some more strikes out of our deck. We only got 2 left now. I think it's fantastic. I'm eyeing that blood wall, but I decide let's just get some potions. Let's get through this elite and get into the second half of the act. Like, we're gonna have another shop. If we choose to go through that, we get that second Juggernaut, upgrade it. We're now doing we'll do 16 damage per block moving forward, which is great. We get the double block off of that, so that was extra efficient. Yeah, the Stampede got that nice little tag off. The Crash Landing, getting the Boomerang off at the end there, nice too. Taking a little bit of damage, not too bad yet. Here I'm just like, look, we're gonna eat the 18. It's fine. We have a fire. We're okay. Our life total's fine. Again, spoils map one last time out of there with that second win. So happy. The debris out too. They're dealing damage, just cranking on this guy. I'm really happy about it. Yeah, getting some vulnerable up. We're drawing. Yeah, I figure there's no point in playing the defend because the defend is just going to cause me to take extra damage, and I can just trigger the fan. Yeah, big bonk there. Flex Potion does nothing for me, really. I'm really eyeing that Hellraiser, but I'm like, no, I already took all the strikes out. Now, I did have the pommel. If I had an extra pommel, it would have been really fantastic, but yeah, no, I was like, no, that's not the plan. That's not the plan. Love it. It's one of my favorite cards. Everyone says it's just bad. It is, but I love it. 2D Fork, great pickup there. Awesome. Super happy to see that. Super happy to see that. Yeah, and then I decide, yeah, we're definitely hitting the shop. We've got the discount card, so we're definitely hitting it. I get set up early. I still have my Pale's Legion. Happy about that, and yep, doing a little consequential damage. We're taking a lot. This fight is just abysmal. I just can't stand this fight. I'm gonna stack as much block as I can. Weaken is great. More weaken is great. So yeah, we're full blocking this turn, which is awesome. Happy to see it. Decide to get the Juggernaut back up again, but I have nothing for the second wind, and yeah, things are looking rough. But we lucked out. Stampede with the fan and the 16 damage came in at the end, knocked him down. I decided to heal immediately. I know, but I was like, I got the shop. I'll heal. It'll be fine. So yeah, I'm gonna go crazy here. I'm like, second wind, awesome. Big heals, awesome. Let's get that healing. I'm like, max HP, awesome. Wish I had something that generated gold, but still, I'm gonna be getting. I've got an act and a half left, so I figure that's 20 something max HP, anyways. Yeah, pick up a potion, block potion. Now, I should have grabbed that Stampede. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have grabbed it. I love the Stampede, and I don't know what possessed me to skip it. This was a great event for me. I was able to put this on that sword boomerang that I've got. I don't know what I was waiting for. I don't know what I was thinking. That was the obvious choice. Really good pickup. I am slightly worried about these guys. I do not have great AoE besides Crash Landing, and after I cast Crash Landing, if I don't have a second wind lined up, I'm just taking that damage. So yeah, I was really thinking about that here. Got the block. It might have actually been better to play the Stampede, but here we are. Yeah, so we're taking a lot of damage here. I'm not happy about that damage, but yeah, the Inferno is really helping out. Minimize damage here. That was my main goal. Then we get the Crash Landing, which pretty much does it. Yeah, that clears this out for me. Really happy about that. Crabs, I'm like, just immediately, I'm like, yeah, let's get a Juggernaut up, let's block. Need to turn around. I normally will focus the right claw, which is named Rocket. I usually focus Rocket, but I'm like, look, I've got a lot of block. I just need to get set up. Once I'm set up, I'm way less worried about what's happening here, right? So turn with the weekend. Throw out that sword boomerang. Nice little hit the vulnerable guy. Really nice. Everything was really nice there at the end. Great little combo. Sorry, I adjusted my mic. I don't know. Hopefully the audio hasn't changed a crazy amount. Yeah, so I'm contemplating. I just second wind here. I figure it's going to do a bunch of extra damage. Almost full blocking. I've stabilized. I'm still taking a little bit of damage, but I really feel like I've stabilized at this point. Like, I know I'm taking damage, but yeah, I'm not feeling bad. I know I'm going to get this ultimate strike off. I was a little bit worried it was going to turn me, but it didn't. I lucked out. It hit the right target, kept me turned the right way, did a bunch of damage. And then it's here. I've got the combo. I feel great right now. I'm just making sure maybe there's a better way to do it. But yeah, I was able to tear through the shielding that he got. Yeah, still ton of damage, just ton of damage. It was fantastic. Really happy to see that turn go off that way. Finished with an uppercut. I struggled here. I definitely struggled here. Offering was probably a good pickup, but Dark Embrace, there's an argument that would have been good too. I see the Tri Boomerang, pretty happy about that one. I know that I can now double the damage of Crash Landing, which is my main AoE source. It's pretty exciting. Uppercut being doubled is pretty fantastic, and Ultimate Strike. Fortunately, I've been focused on upgrading powers and defensive spells, so now I need to think about upgrading those as well to maximize the damage doubling effect. Just looking at the axe, seeing what's going on. This is going to be take a little bit of damage here, but I stabilize super fast. This is again the combo right off the bat. Yeah, I was crazy to think Sword Boomerang there, but yeah, I just absolutely floored them. Don't need the juggling. I'm contemplating the blood wall, but I'm like, wait, if I can upgrade this body slam, I'm gonna have some absolutely explosive turns. Just absolutely explosive. At this point, I know my deck can handle Aeon Glass. I'm actually more concerned about the Queen. Crazy enough, I'm actually more concerned about the Queen here. So going through this act, I'm going to be looking for a little bit of stuff to support me. The thing I would like the most is some card draw. At this point, that's what I'm thinking about. Still picking up block though. I'm just not angry to see them. Yeah, lasting candy has not been doing that much, and now I've got the mouse. Matt, my luck with getting this box, I don't know if I just am like I don't know. I feel like I'm always finding it. Okay, there, some gold, a little bit of max HP isn't bad. Barricade, fire pickup. Now I'm way less concerned. Puzzle box, cool, love it. You know, free card every round, fantastic. But yeah, feeling really good now. Strike dummy completely pointless at this point. But yeah, I'm moving towards the shop, moving towards that last elite. Really struggling here. But I end up thinking, you know what, the body slam's probably going to do more damage for me if I get the combo off. So yeah, we're going to spend a ton of gold here. It's great pickup, 2 great pickups right off the bat. I think about Joss Paper, but I'm not too worried about it. Get rid of the debt is probably not necessary. And then here I'm just like, look, I'm looking for card draw, I'm looking for blocks. I'm looking for card draw, I'm looking for blocks. So yeah, Flame Barrier is great. True Grit, Exhaust, which is fantastic. Upgraded Taunt, I'm feeling good about. And then I'm just like, let's get the draw. Let's get the draw going. And then I've got 250 gold, so I'm just like, we're just gonna spend it. Ended up being fantastic. Sad to see the ice cream be the last thing, and I couldn't buy it. It would have been totally fire. I could have maxed out block on a turn, saved my ice cream for the next turn. It would have been great. But yeah, I think we have a good deck right now. Stone Armor was a decision. I just throw this Juggernaut, shrug it off. I don't want to waste my HP at this point digging to, you know, try to maybe get rid of something better. That was I've got so many relics and so many debuffs on my own. I was able to clear his artifacts super fast, which is great. Got up an early Juggernaut, super happy. I'm coming into these fights with a ton of energy now, which lets me set up in a crazy way. I'm taking nothing, and I've dealt 322 damage to 122 damage on the first turn. Set up more powers. Feeling good. Feeling really good. I know this is going to be this is essentially already wrapped up. So keep the block going, so I can block the burns. I knew the ultimate strike was going to get through by the stampede, but yeah, still feeling really good here. Yeah, that was a decision. That was totally in misplay. I absolutely could have killed one turn earlier, not taking the damage, which at that point I could have upgraded here instead of resting. Looking at that was a crazy decision in the moment. Stone Armor's a great pick, pull from the puzzle box. I'm feeling pretty dang good. Great initial damage on both of them, thanks to the bag of marbles. Yeah, so the biggest thing I need to do here is just take down this minion. Absolutely goal. Just floor him. Thinking, but I'm okay. I've got a lot of Metallicize saved up. It was a bad turn. I take a lot of damage there. It's unfortunate. It's just a bad draw. I knew I really needed card draw going into this boss, and I didn't find it. We're able to essentially full block there. Still doing good. And then finally, we got the second Juggernaut online, and that I get rid of the offering. Joss paper draws for me, which is great. But we're essentially now. I feel great, super set up. Sad that I had burnt my second copy of Second Wind, because I really would have liked to get through the I really would have liked to have gotten through those debris, but you know, it is what it is. We're all right. And yeah, we end up here full blocking, taking her down with the spikes. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful defensive kill. Popping this right away, seeing what's up. Automation is just extra, gonna be extra mana for me throughout the fight, plus it pops off an extra little bit of block to start with. I figure I'll just clear the last artifact there that my relics hadn't cleared through. Gonna spend a little bit of time still getting set up here. Offering was great. Yeah, and then I figure the Stampede, one of my cards the last cards will be cast. The Weekend for turn is awesome. Super happy with that. That was a good luck of the draw there. Second Wind is just going to start clearing up these withers, which I'm really happy about. And you know, we've got the blockade already up, so yeah, we're just cranking him at this point, or it. I don't know. I guess it's a genderless amalgam. Got plenty of block. Figure I'll just keep stacking it. It's already vulnerable, so it's about as much value as I'm going to get from the boomerang. Again, the fan procs have been absolutely fantastic this entire game. like I said, with that Stampede casting that last attack for that has been fantastic. Still looking groovy here. And there you go. Nice and clean. Really, really great. Great run. I think my biggest catch was I could have killed one of the elites before and then not had to heal at the end, but still, nice run. Thanks you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. If you like my content, you can like and subscribe. I'm gonna have more stuff coming out. Just kind of doing this for fun, and I really appreciate everyone. All right, have a good one. Bye.